Hello, you guys. Eric here, your final expense expert. I want to talk today about door knocking, you guys. In this business, if you think back from when it first started, selling life insurance as a whole, a lot of business was generated, guys, just the old school door knocking, right? We're here in 2025 today, and with the whole, work from home fad that's kind of been going off for a few years now, many people think that door knocking doesn't really work, right? And I'm here to tell you there's the complete opposite. Door knocking definitely still works, especially when you're aligned, partner with a great company that does some great marketing for you in a lot of different ways. But I see that people have kind of shifted away from door knocking, and honestly, mostly, I'll be honest with you, because salesmen and saleswomen in insurance business and a lot of different businesses, you guys, are getting weak, right? If you see a lot of people just relying on social media, relying on family and friends, and they don't really want to put in the work, right? They see the glamour, they see what's available, but a lot of people out there just don't want to put in the work. They're too intimidated, they're too scared. And what I will tell you is that, it can be a little bit daunting, don't get me wrong. I've done a lot of door to door as well. So getting into a system like this wasn't much of a shift, to be honest. Even though I was tired of the door to door grind, but once I found out how much money is involved in this, and the fact that the company that I work with in particular provides top-notch leads, that provides me a good quality source of people to go talk to and share about my program, it definitely made sense to do it, right? So I'll just talk a little bit about why door knocking definitely works, right? And what we've seen with our growth year after year doing it this way now for many, many years. So first of all, door knocking, guys, it works. Okay, don't get me wrong. Whether you sell term life insurance, home mortgage protection, guys, even for those IULs and annuities, it's possible. Now, is it that fun? Maybe not. Is it a grind? Absolutely. Is it worth it? Yes, with the right tools in place, with the right training, the right attitude, the right work ethic, it will work out for you, right? But let me tell you why being in the final expense industry is even more exciting, doing the door to door approach or knocking on doors, period, with a lead in hand or not, right? Guys, with final expense, the beauty about it is that anyone qualifies. One big thing about selling life insurance is that, for those of you selling those bigger type policies, term, IUL, stuff like that, you write up 10 applications. You're lucky if 3 of them are accepted, right? Maybe 4 for those high, people know that they're doing and where to put their different policies, what companies and stuff. With me, you guys, for the 10 years I've been here, 10 plus years, not one application has my company said they wouldn't insure them. Okay. Every single person I've written up, they were accepted. Guys, we can insure people with cancer, heart problems, organ transplants, people on dialysis, Alzheimer's, dementia, even HIV, you guys, they qualify, right? So that's the advantage of doing a final expense approach where everyone is insurable, at least with my company. So you're going to any household, as long as they're 85 or younger, they qualify, right? So we stumble across people that we just cold door knocking because we do it around our leads, which I'll talk more in a little bit. But I've heard and help people that said something along the lines of, honey, I wish I could get insurance, but they won't accept me because I had an organ transplant, right? Because I had cancer years ago or XYZ situation. And I just smile and say, ma'am, we specialize in helping people like you. My company doesn't discriminate. It's the one you see on TV, no physical or medical. You qualify. Can I come in and show you how this program works to protect your family? And she's like, wow, if you can insure me with my COPD or whatever it might be, yeah, come on in because I've been looking, right? So that's a great thing when you offer a final expense program where everyone's insurable. It just opens up your opportunities. It gives you a bigger pie to work with. Does that make sense? So that's what's the beautiful part about this. Now let's talk about working doors, knocking doors with leads. Now, when you are with a company that provides just the best leads in the industry, legally compliant leads, you guys, where these folks wrote on it, their handwritings on it, or on the web, right? They clicked a bunch to get us their information saying they're interested. They acknowledge that they know that we're going to approach them to be able to help them with this information. All they call a TV commercial. It makes their job that much easier, right? Our people, our leads got what's called a pre-approach letter, right? Telling them that someone's going to come over to their house and give them this information. So they're already expecting us. Now, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean that people are ready to go and ready to buy, but that does put us in front of people that are interested in what we have to offer. And we get everything from what took so long. I need this. How much is it for me and my wife? And people that are bent out of shape because you showed up. But regardless, we get a 30% closing ratio, making us successful, making us profitable, investing a good investment of our time. The gas is worth it. I hear people, oh, well, gas. Well, we're making money, right? And the gas is not a big deal. The mileage is a tax write-off, all these advantages. I hear about people that, go into office and they call, right? They get on Monday and they got a call, mandatory meeting at that. You'll get in trouble if you don't show up. Thursday time at the office for mandatory calls, right? And you set up all these appointments. Half of the people don't show up, right? Are not there. It's a grind to just get people to answer and be able to convince them to be open about it, right? But with our approach, again, there are people that showed interest. They were told we're coming. We show up, and we make it happen, right? 30% closing ratio, week in and week out, collecting multiple policies all the time, right? So the whole, don't get me wrong, there is a place for people that maybe need to do it over the phone. I've talked to people that are interested in the job, but they live in the middle of nowhere, right? Nearest metro area is 2 hours away, and they can't do that commute on a regular basis. They live on the coast, they live in the mountains. You know what I mean? They just have internet, and they want to just make calls, and that's fine if they can find that. I wish them the best of luck because it's really hard to do it that way, guys. This still works face to face, right? Especially with final expense, when they're seniors. People in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, you guys, they prefer a smile and a handshake, a physical business card, a local agent that's going to help out them and their family moving forward. They don't want to talk to someone across the country, different time zones, can't get a hold of them, can't help them. Every time they call for something, it's a different agent, right? Someone else. When here, it's someone local that they need something. I can come by tomorrow, Mrs. Smith, right? I can be there this weekend, Mrs. Williams, right? To take care of whatever they need, bank account information change, beneficiary change, upgrade their policy. We're there to help them locally, and they love that, right? We have so many people that thank us. Eric, thank you so much for coming to my house and helping me out with this. I've talked to people over the phone, but I just don't feel comfortable giving them my bank account information or doing this. I like that you guys still do it old school way and do it in person. We need more of that, and especially for people our age who are eerie about technology and giving stuff over the phone. And we hear that all the time, right? Now, do we lose some people because we show up to their house? Sure. But the upside is way better, right? We gain more people by showing up and sometimes even forcing the issue, if you will, than we lose from people that just turn off because they're not interested in doing business that way. But honestly, it's the same people that would have hung up on you when you try to close them over the phone, asking for socials, asking for bank account information. They're the same people that are just never going to answer your phone call anyways. They're just using that as an excuse to, not let you in the house or have the conversation that they know they should have, right? So I'm telling you guys, not only does door knocking work nowadays, in 2025 still at a high level, the top agents, you guys, in our organizations, in our company that are doing $400,000, $300,000 in annualized premium year in and year out, they're not doing nothing over the phone. They're not calling and making appointments. They're just showing up to the leads. Now, don't get me wrong. You have to have a good source of leads and a company that actually provides you, leads that are genuine and are authentic and are legally compliant, so you won't get in trouble. And that's what my company provides, right? That's what we have here with our system and training from our agency to get this 30% closing ratio and be very successful. And how we work, not only do we knock on the lead to give them the information that they asked about, but we also say hi to the neighbors. Whether our lead buys or not, we say hi to at least 5 neighbors before you get into the house and drive to the next lead, which sometimes is just a few blocks away, right? We saturate the area. We're not driving like crazy all over the metro area. We try to condense it in as few zip codes as possible to maximize knocking, pitching, and trying to close instead of trying to find and scout my next one or even driving across, an hour or two to the next lead. It's just not what we do here, right? But just want to give you a little bit of information about how it works. with a door knocking now in 2025. When you're aligned with the right opportunity, you guys, the right product, door knocking works like a charm. We have people selling cold door in our organization all the time. Obviously, our leads, second to none, leads in the business to be able to talk to people who are interested. It definitely works. On the phone is not what people just want nowadays. There's a lot of people out there, especially in the final expense business, you guys, that prefer face to face, and we have the training to provide that. If you're looking for an opportunity that provides great quality leads, great training to show you how it's done and be successful with this for years and years to come, please reach out, look at the contact information below, and we can put you in a car, show you how we do what we do, or just get started right away and go through our training to get you in the field, knocking doors, seeing it firsthand, how you can get your hands on helping out clients and creating that book of business for that long-term residual income that most of us like me are here for. I want to thank you guys for checking out this video, and I look forward to seeing you at the top. Have a great day.